So, good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, just
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, welcome to the sixth session of CLAP program. Today, we are going to talk with Karthik Ganesh. He's going to talk to us about his job portal for the disabled, for the senior citizens, and for women who want to restart their life. It's called Saira Jobs, and Karthik is the head of partnership in Saira Jobs People Tech Solutions. He is responsible for managing clients, revenue. He has had many years of experience in the talent and HR field, and he wants to make a difference. He has done his MBA from Bharatidasan University, and today he will talk to us about his career portal and related topics. Welcome, Karthik, and the stage is yours.
thank you, Justin. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. I think you're kind enough to add in a few details as being shared. So so the context has been given as that okay, we want to talk about Saira Jobs. Saira Jobs as a portal, which is how we cater to a person with disability, how they can utilize our portal in terms of seeking for a job. So before we get into it, I thought, okay, let's talk about, one of the things which is important for any person, either it is a fresher or an experienced person, they have to prepare for the interview. They have to be ready for the interview too. They have to do certain amount of preparations to get themselves ready. Either it might be a fresher or somebody with experience, either whichever stage they are into, the executive stage or senior executive or in the manager or manager and above, general manager or VP. In each stage, they have to prepare themselves for the interview. Without preparation, if somebody is going for an interview, I think it's not going to help them to meet the objective, because everybody would love to crack the first interview or the best companies from which they got a call in the interview as well. So first few minutes, I think I'm going to cover the topic, how to prepare yourself for the interview. Then I will take you through our portal, how using our portal, how you can seek or apply for the opportunities which we have as well. And so can I get introduced with each of the participants who's to just to have a get to know about each other. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So can each of the participants introduce themselves so that it will be easy for us.
Sarvanan, you want to start?
Yes, sir. Hi, Karthik, sir. My name is Saravanan. I'm a MCA postgraduate holder. I'm working as a software engineer, software development engineer in level 2 in Creative Software Private Limited, which is located in Koramangala in Bangalore. I am good at Visual Basic, Python, Java, as well as in PostgreSQL also. I am looking for a good career change also.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful, sir.
And basically, I belong to Tamil Nadu, Salem in Tamil Nadu, sir. Currently, I am residing in Bangalore.
Great.
Nivetika, you want to introduce yourself?
Shall I go, sir?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Inia from Chennai. I'm a final year BCA student. I'm also looking for some opportunities in SD, AIE, or MLE. I'm in my final year, so I'm looking forward to these positions as well. So it would be helpful to know your job portal from me too, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ania. Ramakrishna or Nivetika?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Nivedita. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in sociology in Stella Maris College.
Great to have you, Nivedita.
Thank you.
Yeah, good evening. Myself, Ramakrishna. I'm from Hyderabad. I completed my Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Due to the reason, so I was unable to get employed in that area. So I started my career as a computer trainer, that is train leader trainer for the Vision Impact students in LV Prasad Institute. I am working in LV Prasad Institute from 2019.
Okay, thanks, Ramakrishna.
Mary, you want to introduce yourself? She's doing her PhD.
PhD.
Yeah, she's into social work.
Okay, great.
I think she's held up in some other thing, I think.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Hi, Mary. You can introduce yourself.
Sir, right now I'm registered for this PhD. Actually, I have 17 years experience in social work, psychological counseling. This is my profile, sir.
Okay, clinical psychology counseling.
No, sir. Mine is medical and psychiatry. I had taken whole training from Niman, sir.
Okay, okay.
I'm registered social worker from Indian Society of Professional Social Work, New Delhi.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful to have you, Mary.
Thank you very much, sir. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, these are the students so far. Then there is Arun, who is our secretary.
Yes, Arun I met, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
then
I
there
have a
is,
small presentation, 2 minutes presentation.
Yeah.
Can I share that?
yeah, you can share. Co-host is given to you, so you can show it also. You can talk about it also.
Thank you, Justin. Can you all see my screen?
Now it has come.
So basically, the interview preparation, we call that as a 7-step magic. We created a steps of 1 step, 1 step, 2 step, 3.
Okay.
And it's a 7-step magic. If somebody can sincerely follow the 7 steps, I think it'll enable them to do well in any of the opportunities or any of the interviews which they are going to give. Either it might be fresher or individual or experienced person, as I mentioned. The step one, anybody, if it is a fresher or an experienced, please research about the companies which you are going and now giving for an interview. You need to spare your enough time to know about the company, where they are operating, what is the product or service that's is being, what is the number of employee size. I think you talk to people, you get to do some browsing in the Google or the web to find the information. These informations are very available. Either it might be in the company affairs portal or it might be in the regular portals where if you Google out about the company, you know about it. So it's very important. Anybody who's going for any interview, you know the organization much better because it really helps. Because if somebody going there and then asking, after completing the many candidates do this mistake that they go give the interview and then the last minute they give when somebody asks, okay, what is the question you have, they will ask about the company. Sir, can you tell about your company? Even though they would have done much better in the interview process, that question makes the decision of why otherwise as well. Because if you're not well, that shows that you're not well prepared. That shows that you're not, put in the serious effort to know about the organization or the opportunity or the company or service or what they are into. So it's very important you prepare about the company, know about it, spare some time before the day of interview. If it is a short notice, you got it within that 5-10 minutes, whatever time period you get, please make sure that you do some little bit of research. In case if you're going for a virtual interview, please ensure that you have the connectivity on place and your network is up. And don't take it for granted that okay, it's virtual interview. You can be a little bit complacent in your dressing. So you take care of it because it's very important how serious you yourself presenting yourself. The first impression is always the best impression. please watch when you're especially giving a virtual interview, please watch the camera on talk, or try your best to try to keep your video on, so that in the virtual interviews it all makes a difference, right? This is the step one in terms of preparing yourself for the interview. So step two, so you, I think many of you would have, if you, a couple of them has been having an experience working with the companies, I'm sure they would have attended the interview, they would have given an interview. So in the Indian context, the interview, most of the interviews happens by in-person meeting or a discussion, or if it is a technical, again, technical context discussion. So it's very important for any job seeker to make a cut in that first 60 seconds. Okay, because that's exactly what the impression which will take the course of the interview and make yourself journey very easy. So you have to prepare yourself, either it might be self-introductory, whether it might be your technical aspects. So be prepared in terms of, like, if it is a self-introductory, there are a few aspects which we have to be, because like, for example, in terms of your achievements, what you've done in the past, either it might be education, it might be sports and other activities, it might be in the work, what are the achievements you have done? Or what are the challenges you faced and how did you overcome that? And what is the years of experience? Because you can't say that, I worked, I'm not sure how many period of, how long I worked, kind of thing. It won't be fair. So it's better you be thorough, clear about it. What is the number of period? Even if it is few months, be particular, be specific, so that it makes clear that you are completely confident about it. In terms of the qualification, in terms of talking about yourself, be proud and be talk about it. So it's to keep it simple in terms of in the introductory. It's very important you talk about your strengths, you talk about the challenges, how do you handle it, and how did you overcome. And in case if you have an experience, talk about the experience. If not, talk about the qualification. And in the course, during the course, if you have participated in any additional qualifications in terms of extra courses you have done, or any other activities you have been involved, you can talk about that. So it's very important, the first 60 seconds in terms of a technical interview. Even if you're talking about technical interview, if you say, for example, if you're a Java candidate and you know that the company is talking about, a company specifically needed somebody with Spring knowledge, Java boot string. So you have to talk about the work, what you've done in that area, because that's a impression which will help you to take it to the next level. Otherwise, if you're trying to talk about all other thing, which is not close by to what they are asking for, and then you later on you try to say that, yeah, I do have an experience that may not make the cut what you were expecting. So it's very important. The first 60 seconds is important for you, whether it is a self-introduction, whether it is your functional expertise briefing or your technology expertise briefing. Okay, step 3 in terms of so how do we go in the course of the interview, right? So we advise the model called STAR. What is the STAR model? Basically, when somebody asks you, okay, why do we need to hire you? I think many of them say that, no, I'm very good. I'm very committed. I work very hard. I work, I'm very creative, or whatever it is. But then if you say it just by word, I think that will not make that impact what you are expecting to. So if you're, for example, you are saying that you are committed, so you have to say that what is that, how you are really committed. Take a situation in your past task, either it might be in your college, it might be in your workplace. What had happened, how you made yourself committed to ensure that that task has been completed and you delivered it. So take a situation of that and then talk about the task and what is the action you performed and what is the result. So instead of talking about your strengths and achievements in specific about generic words, use the STAR model, which talks about situation, task, action, result, which will create the flow of your discussion. So which always makes interviewer to be more understanding. They don't need to counter it in terms of asking another question. Okay, you say hardworking. Where did you hard work, kind of thing, right? So you don't need to give in another opportunity to explain, because when you are already taking them through the story in terms of what does that happen in the past, what is the situation and how you handled it. Because I think everybody would have been part of various events in the colleges if they have been part of it, I think you can talk about that as well. Where what is the task has been given, how you handled it, and how that can made the impression in terms of making that event to be successful, or whatever it is. So it might be small, big, doesn't matter. But if you follow this star model, it will make your story easy, because the recipient will able to, the interviewer will able to understand much better, and may synchronize and resonate it, and able to take the conversation further. Because many times what will happen is that if you're being a one-worder, it becomes challenge, because that may not make it correct what you were expected to. This step 4, this is the important one. When I think many of the time what happens is that after the interview, most of the time, any interviewer, after the interview, they ask you these questions. Okay, do you have any questions for me? Right? Unfortunately, most of the job seekers miss to make use of that opportunity to learn about it, right? I mean, you don't need to repeat the basic question like, what is your company? Can you tell me about your company? Because that will be a little absurd in terms of talk about, you're not prepared. But what you have to be prepared is that the information which is not given to you in the JD or in the phone conversation in the first screening round and in the first or 2 interviews, you should be trying to gauge what is the information you wanted to know, in terms of, it might be the location, work location, it might be, do they sponsor any training program, it may be, or it may be like, do you allow me to pursue an higher education if I want to pursue during along with the work, or what is the growth opportunities I'll be able to get? What is the plan for this role if I'm putting my 100% into this employment? After 2 years or 3 years, where do you think that this person can get a career path? What kind of career path has been there? Or will I get an opportunity to get work with the seniors in terms of getting mentorship? So you need to make use of that opportunity when somebody asks you, do you have any questions? So please prepare at least few questions which is not stated in the JD or stated in the earlier discussion. This will help you to 2 aspects. One, it gives more impression. It gives a clarity to the interview that you are well prepared, you are ready for the job, you are trying to dive into the deeper aspects. 2, for you also, it will get you more and more clarity in terms of, rather than having the surprise that, okay, you agree to it and you start a job, and then after that you say that, no, they said you will be working in this location, and then during the joining time, they said, no, that location job is closed now. We wanted you to go to another location. Then it becomes challenge, right? So it's better you prepared and you ask these questions clearly. Either it might be at least bare minimum, you can have 2 or 3 questions which you can prepare and ask for it. So the step 4 is prepare to ask questions. Okay. Step 5. This is a common queries in terms of there are situations. I think the one of the thing which many people fail or maybe worry about it is that if somebody asks you a question which you don't know the answer, what do I say, right? Either they go silent or they try to give a wrong answer. Both are not acceptable, right? If there is a question has been thrown and then you don't know the answer, it's better to say that you don't know. If they allow you time, you can able to go and find out the answer and come back. In case if it is functional, if it is any terms in terms of about, say for example, an accounting person has been asked about a labor law. In case if you're not aware, you can say that I have an overview, but I'm not thorough in that. Give me some time. I will be able to go back and check and come back. But then you can't make a mistake of the basic of the job is being required, right? These questions might be the value additions or preferred skills or some skills which, if you have it as an additional or functional knowledge, is what they would try to. But then if you try to give a wrong answer or any absurd answer, that may go against your own interest. So, or even if you keep mum and keep yourself ideal, that when somebody asks you a question, you don't answer and you keep yourself ideal, mum also is not good. So it's better if you answer it clearly, briefly, go with the star model and then explain it across. In case if you're not aware or if you're not if you're not having a knowledge, it's better to say that I don't know, but you assure them that you will be able to go back and check and come back, right? That is a positive approach which will help you to get into instead of saying no, keeping it up whenever you don't know the answer. And the second question, when somebody asks you a salary, I think many of you, you can say it's as per the company standards or as per the market standards. That's fine, but then don't get yourself undervalued and present some numbers. All right, because this also sometimes goes against your interest, because a job seeker may have a company might have a certain budget for the role, right? When they ask you, they say, for example, they wanted to pay somebody as a 30,000 as a salary. And in the interview, the candidate, when they're asking the candidate, what is your salary expectation? The candidate says, I'm expecting 15,000, right? So when you yourself projecting lesser to your expectations or lesser to the market standards, if the candidate is good, the company would not mind going, okay, I'll pay 15 to 20 and then start. Because in the Indian context, the salary negotiations happens on based on the information what you provide, based on the expectations what you give. So it's very important, if you're aware that what is that salary bracket for this role in the market, then you can be precise and give specific number. Otherwise, always give a market standard. And in case if you're already working, be kind enough, calculate all your expenditures in terms of all your needs, and then look at your, what is the kind of contribution you made, and what is your performance review due or salary hike due, whichever is there, keeping that in mind in terms of what is that you would have a practical expectation. Because instead of randomly throwing, I wanted 100%, 200% hike, you can give a specific expectations in terms of from the experience. But if you are aware of the data, please give. Otherwise, I will always suggest you give it as per the company standard, because there are many times the chances that you may undervalue yourself, because some companies which may have a good budget, if they're ready to pay, but then in case if you are ready to settle less, why not? Is what the company would think. So better mention it as a market standard rather than specific. If you are aware, you can give the context and give the specific number. Or in terms of the other aspects, in terms of what do you expect from the organization, I think this is more or less comes in the query in terms of do you have any questions, right? This is one of the questions which can be utilized by every job seeker to understand and set the expectations clear in terms of from the individual's perspective. Say, for example, I'm trying to switch over a company because I had a toxic manager. I don't want it to work in another company which is having a toxic manager. So I can be very clear saying that, see, this is the particular reason why I'm coming out of this company. I wanted to have a great team and great place and to work. So can I expect that? Or, so if you're being very specific, I think the company can give a certain information in terms of the interviewer or a HR can give you the input that what is the kind of culture they have and what is that. So you can be setting that in terms of, or if you're specifically saying, I wanted to see, so far I've been handling it individual contributor role. I want to become a team leader now. I'm expecting this company to give me a team leader opportunity. You can be specific, because that's exact. If the company is not having an immediate role, at least they can tell you that, okay, it will be having in this period of time. Maybe you start in the next 6 months or 1 year, we will have an opportunity coming where we can consider you. Okay. So ask for it and set the expectations. This is another one of the things which these are the common queries which you naturally able to use it for your own interest. And step 6. So when you are closing the interview, this is very important. Rather than abruptly ending the call or saying, just finish with the last call and then say bye kind of thing. Always close it well. The closing remarks makes a lot of impact, especially for the interviewer and the company as well. So in case if you want to know about how it went on, you can ask the interviewer, can you share me an improvement? How did I perform in the interview? Can you share me your input, right? Because there's nothing wrong in asking and taking a feedback and trying to improvise yourself, because that shows that you are ready to learn yourself. Or brief about the experience, what you went through, how seamlessly the team has made it to be, or wish them a good day or something, make it very pleasant rather than abrupt ending kind of thing. So close the interview very well, either it is online or in person. And step 7, this is non-compromisable. You have to prepare for the interview. Either because many times this is one of the tasks which we do actually as a Saira. We are practicing it uh, for every jobs, either it might be fresher or experience. We are doing it. We are providing services apart from the portal. We also provide services for the companies to identify the inclusive talents. There is a expectation setting and all that which we do it. Also, parallelly, we prepare the candidates. Either it might be the interview. For example, for HDFC, we had they need a SQL person, SQL expert for their analytical team with 2 3 years of experience. So we did find people. We have pulled in. We have put them onto the interview process. Before putting it across to the interview process, we did conducted a refresher session. Basically, though they are experienced, these are all experienced person with 2 3 years in the market, working in the any of the institutions, working in a similar product and a similar SQL structured query language. But we did take time. We spent 3 hours and prepared them as a refresh. We conducted the refresh session because it really makes a sense, because many times candidates assume that, yeah, I know things. But in the interview, when somebody asks you a question, suddenly you're not able to phrase it, or you're not able to recollect it, or you're not able to brief them next time. And when you fail there, and then you fail to make an impression, fail to make a cut, there is a chances of losing that opportunity. So it's better you prepare very well. It might be a HR interview, it might be or a technical interview, it might be a functional interview. You have to prepare well. It's very important. Prepare. There is no substitute for preparations, because preparation is something is there is nothing like like a preparation for the exam is very important, right? You can't say that no, I know when the my faculty taught me in the college, or I know the lesson, but then I will just go on prepare. I'll just directly go on write it. It's not possible. Many times you may be able to recollect it, right? But sometimes there is chances, many times the chances that you may be able to miss certain points. So it's very important. You have to prepare. Whether it is might be your first screening call, it might be technical first round one, round two, round three, or HR round, whichever rounds, prepare yourself. Either it is talking about your functional knowledge, talking about your technical knowledge, talking about your own achievement, individual. So there is no substitute for preparation. So prepare. So this is a 7-step magic which we believe that it will help any individual who's seeking for a job to prepare very well for their interview and give their best. And because we all wanted to have a better job, better salary, we wanted to make a career progress. We wanted to rebuild their life. We want to take care of our own. We wanted to be independent. So it's very important. You all remember, if you are able to adapt this model, I think fairly we will able to make a cut in terms of any kind of interviews. You will able to clear it out, because we all try for that, right? We all wanted to make certain that when there is an opportunity comes, you want to get the job, which is the reason you want to appear for the job interview. So you don't want to don't appear it anywhere, anytime for the sake of interview. Prepare very well. And the 7-step magic formula will 100% will work, because it just work for many of our candidates, and it will work for you as well. Any of you have any questions, anything?
Yes, sir. I'm Nagraj. I have a question. In the sense, I would like to know, many companies will have interview, group discussion, as well as verification and documents we need to bring and other things. And most of the time, people will be more fearful whether I'll get through or not. One second thing, so many times people faces interview, but they will not get it. So how to get that confidence in the life? So that is very important. The job.
So for any interview, Nagraj, the preparation will always make us confident, right? See, for example, I think we all gone through the school education and the college education. Either it might be remote or in person. What is very important is that don't take things granted, because see the how do you cover the overcome the fear of because it's basically like, you don't want to lose the job, which is one of the thing which is stopping you, which is making you to fear about it. Okay, what is if the outcome is negative, right? So the most important thing is that give you 100%, and don't worry about the result, because if you're putting 100% effort, result will automatically will happen. That's exactly. So in case if a company A, you prepared very well and you went and tried your best to give in the interview. Unfortunately, you didn't get selected. It's okay. You've given your best. You know where you went wrong. Because 110 percentage, every candidate know during the interview process how they perform, whether they perform well, whether they perform not well, because they know that how did they answer to the interviewer's questions. In case if they themselves are not many times what happens is that they themselves are not convinced that okay, they have done well, and then if they expect the magic to happen, that the interviewer need to select, it will not happen, because many times that's exactly what it's basically, maybe with the fear of appearing for the interview or fear of losing that opportunity is one of the things which is holding them. So you need to go with the mindset that leave about the result. I'm going to give my best. I'll see what is the result. I'll face it. If it is good, I'll take it. If it is not good, I'll prepare myself much better and give the second chance. And give in the second interview. So you need to take the fear, prepare very well, and give your best. The results automatically will follow.
Anybody else has any questions? I think nobody has. You can now go about your portable.
Yes, thank you, Justin. So I'll share you my screen. So we are building this platform called sairajobs.com, which is going to help three segment of people to get a meaningful job. Which is the URL is called as sairajobs.com. sairajobs.com. Okay. If you all have a time to visit it. So how it works?
No
the portal,
www there, or is it directly?
www. I think nowadays you don't need to put it in the Chrome. You just go and type Saira Jobs. Automatically the wwws get prefixed. But otherwise, as a complete URL, you need to put www.sairajobs.com. Right. So once you land on the page, the home page will give you just a basic, like for example, you go here, say you want to find a teacher opportunity, say that you are a back to work woman, and just click find job, right? It'll show you a job, but in case if you want to apply for any of the job, you have to click here, and then you have to register, because in the first few jobs we are displaying it as of now, but when you want to apply, you have to get yourself registered in the portal to apply for any opportunity. So registration is also very simplified manner. I'll just take you through once you click on that.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm trying to open the registration page. Just a moment. Okay, there are two ways. I think just right. So one is that you can give the choice here and click find job, and it will show. As of now, there are specifically curated jobs which has been gone live. We are not completely opened it to the client side because total has been still under the development. The first version is up and running, which is the candidate version, where a candidate can register and apply for the job. And the jobs currently has been listed. All these jobs have been vetted jobs and active jobs from our existing client list. So once the client module is up and running, I think we'll open up for everybody to make use of it directly, do the free posting then directly, and then make their jobs directly visible, and then people can directly apply like a very similar one. But here there is a difference in terms of comparing any job portal, because when somebody chooses this category, what they are, because since we are servicing only 3 categories as of now, when we we'll add in the other categories. But at this moment, 3 segment of people we are category. One is senior citizen, back to work women, and person with disability. So if you select person with disability and give the keyword, and you will find only the jobs of that person with disability jobs alone. You will not get to see the back to work women geo jobs. You will not get to see, because you don't want to waste your time in terms of browsing through all the jobs, whether it is right job or for me or not. So in the search, it's been very simplified manner. Directly, you select a keyword and given the category of job which you wanted, which category you fall in, and search, you'll get a job. Once you get it, and then, as I said, you can directly go and apply there. Since it's not loading, I will, keeping the time and constraint, I'll show you how to register directly, so that we'll be making things easy. So see, this is one of the list of jobs which is for person with disability alone has been categorized. I just selected person with disability, right? So there is a job with HDFC, Asian Paints. There's a job with the, so again, HDFC. Sorry, excuse me, it's not loading. My internet is slow.
You just explain it, no problem.
Right. Okay.
Then they can go and
yeah,
load it in their browsers later.
Yes, this I just want to give you the category also. When they register itself, the first thing itself, it will ask which category of job, which category of person you are, right? Because we wanted to be very clear about in fact the experience for the individuals also would vary. A person with disability login, the entire screen, everything would be varying. The product itself is customized in each modules. So for women, it'll show the different screen or different product background, or the jobs or the learning element will be different. So once you register, you can apply for the job. What we are also working on is that we are also trying to, there is something called as a suitability score, which we are trying to integrate, which will tell you once you register, based on the functional skill and the technical skill, what you state, it will automatically sync in with the available jobs, and it will show you, and it will tell you that what is the kind of suitability you have to apply for that job, so that you will able to take a chance that, okay, this has 70% suitability, I will apply for the job. In spite of applying for randomly every opportunity, because that's one of the things where many candidates try to do it, because if you're going to randomly apply for every job which is available, today all the recruiters face the same challenge, that when they have been continuously getting plenty of applications, they were not able to review all of it, and then they go with this. They were able to spend only few seconds per profile kind of thing, and which makes a lot of people's life tough, because when a recruiter misses to give them a call or invite them for the interview, they get to miss that opportunity as well. So we don't want to make that scenario, and we wanted to integrate that in the system itself. The product will have the scoring card, which will one for you as an individual, it will show that, okay, which jobs will be suitable for you. For the employer, it will show that, okay, as soon as they post a job, it will show that, okay, this person is the right person. You can reach out, or you want to send a mail kind of thing. So once it's a simple registration form we have. We do not take too much details to apply for a job, but once you register it, you have to fill in the 3 modules of it. One is your personal details, second is education, and third is if it is work experience. If you are having an experience, then you have to state about the brief of experience in terms of which are the companies, what are the jobs, the job responsibilities you carried, and you have to state that. And as soon as you can attach your resume, whichever format, it does PDF, or it might be Word, or it might be any format, which is readable format, which is globally accepted. It might be open office document format as well. And attach it and send it across to the customer. So this will, for now, these are all curated jobs by our own team. So whatever you are applying, our team will get to have your applications, and they will reach out to you. We are expecting the product to be completely up and running by March 2024. Once that is there, you will all able to see the, as I mentioned about the suitability score and all that, where you can, we are going to open it to the corporates also to directly put in the jobs, and you can apply for the jobs directly. So this platform is going to not only on the job seeking, there is another element called learning, which we wanted to curate. And then, as I mentioned about the suitability score in terms of the job, when it is mentioned about the suitability score, it also mentioned in case if there is a suitability score is lesser, it will also show you that what are the skill courses which you can pursue. For example, there is a particular job when say Amazon is an opportunity. Amazon is looking for a person with the Excel, very good in Excel, and who's ready to work remote. And but unfortunately, in your Excel part, you scored you're not mentioned as Excel as one of the skill, or even if you mention, you'll able to, if there is a test has been conducted, given assessment is given, and you scored less, it shows that your skill is less. Then automatically there will be an opportunity for you to use the platform to enroll for the skill course and pursue it. Right? You can complete the course and then apply for the job. So which makes your job easy, that it's not that, okay, where I'm falling short, you don't need to go and try to figure it out. While applying for the job itself, you'll be able to figure it out. And then if there is a relevant skill course, either by ourselves or partners is being conducting, which will be online and which will be plugged into Saira portal itself. If it has been relevant and it's been useful for you, you can enroll and then make use of it and apply for the job. So our platform is not only as a job seeking platform, it's also is going to enable the people to get themselves skilled. If they're experienced people, get themselves upskilled in any of the particular areas and apply for the opportunity.
Very nice.
So unfortunately, I couldn't able to complete and show the demo of it. but maybe some other time, or I'll share you the video of the how to do the registration as well. That will also help each of you to check out. And
if you share the link, I will share it to all these people at home.
absolutely, Justin. I will. So I wanted to show. Unfortunately, it's not. My internet is bad. I guess it's not.
You can
happening.
at least tell the website ID like www dot something.
Yeah, it's called as I'll put it in the chat message. It's called as www.sairajobs.com. As of now, as I mentioned, the candidate module is up and running. You can see all the active available jobs, and these jobs are 100% verified and curated by my team only.
So will it have
Right.
any
Any
assessments
questions?
to assess the score, or by just going through the resume?
No, for now, the suitability score is not integrated because the client module is yet to be pending, because the suitability score has two parts. One is for the candidate suitability score to apply as well as to upskill or skill. Okay, the skilling module is also yet to be integrated since the skilling module, because just showing a skill score and then you don't have a skilling module, we don't want to do, which is the reason it's pending. I think by March 2024 it will be completed and it will be integrated. So the once it is there, and then the client module also will have a client score as a candidate suitability score for the client also to directly apply or to directly search the concerned person based on the jobs which they have.
Sure, thank you. Anybody has any questions you can ask? Feel free.
No questions, but it's very informative. Thank you very much, Mr. Karthik.
If you have senior citizens in your families and they are looking for jobs also, you can tell, or any women who want to go back to work after a long time, they also can visit this website. So you can spread it out, spread the news in your family and friends. So not only disabled, but other sectors are also covered.
And we also conduct skill programs for the offline to ourselves independently also on the functional aspects in terms of the communications, team management, leadership skill, such. And in terms of the technical, we have partners who conduct technical programs as well. So we refer them to based on the these courses are all 100% free, and these are all social impact courses. So anybody who's looking for to skill a fresher who feel that I do not have a certain communication skill, I want to go for a communication skill and apply for a job, they can make use of the platform, or they can reach out to us directly. Also, you can write to me. I can I'll leave my number, and I think Justin has my number. And
I have your number.
Yeah, Karthik@sairajobs.com.
Okay.
And if you need, or your friends or anybody in these three category of people who wanted to get themselves skilled, we're ready to help them as well. Because our objective is that we wanted to create an impact in as many people's life as possible. And we wanted each of them to get a deserving job, better career for them, so that it can take care of their family, take care of the rest of things.
What is the meaning of this Saira? Any particular significance?
Saira means eagle.
Okay.
I think there's a fairly right quote about the eagles. There's eagle when it rains, all other birds goes under the shelter of a tree, but this eagle is the one which fly above the clouds and sun, go on. So we wanted to be like keeping all kind of situations in mind. We wanted to fly above, sustain, and go on to deliver the promises what we are making.
Oh, thank you. That is inspiring.
Karthik sir, what are all the upliftment courses for visually impaired persons, which is currently available in our portal?
As of now, Sarun, the portal doesn't have the courses integrated yet. It is yet to be rolled out by March 2024. But offline, you can reach out to me if you are particularly looking for any course. I can connect you with our partners who will give you 100% free course. And there are certain courses we ourselves do, as I mentioned, like certain soft skills kind of thing. In case if there is any of our program can be relevant for you, we can notify you. You can enroll for that directly, or as I mentioned, we can refer to the concerned partner who can also help you and give you the program details. You can enroll and make use of it. So once portal is up, these are all will be plugged into the portal, and you can through the portal itself you can do it. For now, we are keeping it as offline because we don't want the functionality to stop. We wanted people to make use of it. So you can, if you have any specific need, you can write to me or email or inform Justin. Get to have the information from him, and then I'll help you out.
I will share your number in the group for them. They can contact you directly.
Justin sir shared his mail ID, phone number, all contact information is shared, sir. It will helpful for us to keep in touch with you.
Yeah. Email ID is KARTHIK, right?
THIK@sairajobs.com.
Okay. So I'll put both the details in the group.
So Karthik sir, what are all the current jobs that in our portal you have think that a visually impaired person will fit for that?
For visually impaired, there are two jobs are there. One is for Asian Paints. We are particularly looking at somebody who's not 100% visually impaired, 60% up to 60% we can consider visually impaired for Asian Paints. But comparing other disability, all are okay. But visually impaired, particularly, they wanted either 60% at least, not 100%. There are two positions are there. One is accounting, freshers, BCom, BA, MCom, who's ready to join their Sriperumbudur plan. And HR, again, MBA or a BBA freshers, HR who's ready to start themselves as HR. And this opportunity is not only in Sriperumbudur, we have in Mysore, in Karnataka, and in Andhra, Visakhapatnam, and in Telangana, Hyderabad, Patanjali. So both has two positions, so finance, HR. For visually impaired, there is another opportunity is there in Bangalore for a BPO, which is one of the, I think, maybe Justin might be aware of it, which is called as India Infomedia, which is having close to 2,000 person with disabilities being employed with them.
Yeah.
For them, they need visually impaired for a particular business process where we are supporting them and giving them referring them as well. In case if a person is interested, ready to relocate and work in a BPO, in a voice process where the bare minimum is that they should be able to either it might be English, Hindi, or it might be any of the South Indian languages they are good at and ready to work. They will be able to help support with the accommodation and food on the concession. Food is on the concession price, and accommodation is also in the concession, very, very bare minimum concession price. I'll give you the starting. But the starting 1 year, the salary will be less, but then there is a growth opportunity and the career, and then there is an incentives and other things on there. But this is 100% visually impaired is also taken there. If they know JAWS and if they know how to use the keyboards and how to use tabs and all that.
For voice processing, what might be the package we can expect, sir?
So Hindi, English, if they are say 0 to 6 months experience, they will be given as a 17,000. If it is a regional language, 13,000, 11,000 to 13,000 range.
One small suggestion from my side, sir. It is along with the job opportunities, sir. If you are providing any business opportunity, also it will be also good. Instead of going to a job, offering a job will be a better step.
Correct. See, we are actually, there is one of the program which we are launching next month, which is primarily for back to work women, especially women from economically weaker section, or women who's taken sabbatical, who was married and divorcee, or who's been a single sole breadwinner from the family, who wanted to help the family to rebuild. We already identified 6 to 7 people. We are in the process of identifying some more. So once 10 people are there, next month, 15th, we are starting this program, particularly for women. We wanted to train them as an independent expert on the talent acquisition function with certain business assistance. So beyond, after completion of the course, where this is a it's a on-job training plus expert sessions and all that. It's a combination of all. What we expect out of this course is that we wanted the individual to be independent post this course. Either they can continue to align with Saira and continue to service their make use of the opportunity to become either full-time or a part-time consultant, or they can be an independent consultant working with multiple service partners and delivering the value and make money for the from the job, from the service what they have been rendering. So we wanted to become enable people to become be independent and not as a only limit themselves to looking only for a job as a full timer. We wanted to make them as an independent as well. So this is one of the program which we are. I think maybe we also planning in some in similar line with certain skills where for a person with disabilities and senior citizens, maybe by November, December, we'll have more details.
It will be a better thing, sir, because instead of if you are going to work under somebody, they are thinking why we have to give job to the disabled persons while there are many able persons suffering without job. We can get more productivity like that. Any of the thing in order to
No, it depends on the organization. Depends on the see, as is mentioned, Vindhya. Vindhya Infomedia is a BPO which is having a 2,000 people as a person with disability. There is no in India, though no other BPO is having 2,000 people with person with disability, right? But many will know about Concentrix, many will know about other BPOs because we have been very used to large BPOs, right? It's HGS or other BPOs. But then there are good people are there, but then the other aspect is that as a job seeker, people also need to be open to go through the grind and learn to come upward, rather than starting directly to the upper hill. They wanted to start in the lower pyramid and then go one step. Organically, they have to move. But unfortunately, the expectations of the individuals are also very high due to various reasons. We cannot blame them, but then as a business, when they are working on the social cost, they also cannot be too much in the expenditure part because they know that the productive result will come after a point of time only. Maybe a person's joined and then after 6 months or 8 months or after 1 year only, he can be actually having a start getting to have a meaningful impact. And for the individual also, after the 6-8 months only, he will himself individually able to confidently say, I'm doing the job right. So far, I've been being supported only.
Hi, Karthik. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Continue, sir, please.
Hi, Karthik. Arun here, secretary. Yes, how are you doing, Karthik?
Absolutely fine. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Hey, Karthik, I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to, in fact, ask you the other day itself. The disability front, when you talk about, are you still talking about only blind, deaf kind of thing, or all the disabilities have been considered for finding a job?
Say, for example, Amazon have particularly they given 6-7 disabilities they wanted to hire. So nowadays, I think many employers are coming with a list of disabilities which they want to choose. So Amazon is okay with thalassemia, sickle disease, dwarfism, acid attack survivors, locomotor disability. Likewise, Asian Paints in some centers they are open with visual impairment. In some centers they are not. So because keeping their accessibility and all that they wanted to be going. We are trying our best because why my talk, I think from the beginning we would have been seen more about talking about visually impaired and speech and hearing impaired is that those are the two people who's been really struggling to get a better job actually, which is exactly we are also working double hard to figure it out what are the places we can place them. What are the places which can help them to start at least, rather than keep seeking for an opportunity because somewhere they have to start, then only they will get into the understanding of how the business, what is that it demands for a person to perform and how they able to align themselves to become full-timer, how they're able to develop the skill, individual skill, and then how they can be confident, how they can be independent by themselves.
The reason, one of the main reasons why I'm asking this is, I have multiple sclerosis. Okay, and I know multiple sclerosis is not a known disorder across India. In total, there are around about 3,000, 4,000 known people that is there, but unknown people are close to 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs. But we don't know about that. Okay. Now, what happens is these are people who have had jobs, and this disorder comes to you at your prime youth age. It comes between 20 and 40. That's when you start your career. And when you have this disability, you suddenly, you started your career, you reach a level, and then you fall down. So getting them back into action is what we are finding it extremely difficult. Today, if you ask me, in Bangalore city alone, the kind of people we have, around about 200 members who are there. Half the people are sitting there with a double graduate kind of thing, with around about 10, 15 years of experience, but they can't find a job because nobody understands multiple sclerosis. So is it possible that we can tie up with Saira where, at least we can tell people that multiple sclerosis is a disorder that, and these people are capable. It's just that, we need uh, accommodation which is required, uh,
I got it, Arun. One thing I think maybe what we did recently for visually impaired, I think similar exercise we can do it. We have to build a testimony or what do you say? Skill demonstration of multiple sclerosis. What are the places? What are the areas they can support? Because the awareness about the particular disability is
zero.
very
Absolutely zero.
Absolutely zero for the industry. The second, even if they are heard about at least the name multiple sclerosis, they don't know what is that.
Correct.
How that individual can perform certain tasks or how they will be able to adapt to their environment. So we have to or a skill demonstration video, like for a visually impaired, this is what we did. We tried to we worked along with Help the Blind Foundations and CDT, because we have been doing program with CDT, Shared Disability Trust as well. So we did Help the Blind helped us to come up with a video and showed us it, which is exactly what I think would help multiple sclerosis can also to understand. Because to showcase to the business or the corporate saying that there is a disability and this is the things need to be looked at it. And these are the kind of person with multiple sclerosis, what kind of activities they are performing with relation to business, or what are the tasks or the skill they can skill demonstration kind of thing. And create an awareness. I think this will open up a lot of minds, and maybe it will be a good start to create an awareness. I think it's a long run we have to go through, but then if we start doing these two aspects, I think it will help a lot of people. As you said, in the prime time of their age, when they lose this and when they get into this kind of situation, they are being jobless and sitting idle. By creating this awareness, I think even if it can open doors and it can make people, the leadership team of the corporates also to think through and see where they can align. Because believe me, in my experience with all this, many corporates still trying to figure out with other jobs, which they can open up. They've been very selective about opening the jobs. I think the skill demonstration and creating awareness is we can do. If you can help us, we can to work together with Rotary Abilities. I think that will help us to take and pitch it across to every corporate we are talking to about the disability hiring, and then we can talk about it.
Let's probably I will get in touch with you sometime during this week or next week, and then we'll see how we can work together. Because I am also the part of the governing council for MSSI, so it's not just Bangalore that I talk about; it's across India. that I
Right.
can talk about. So, the reach will be much more higher.
Definitely, that will help, and and when there is a wider pool of people I think we can tell businesses also, you will get able to help people, get people across India as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because these are people who are desperate for jobs, but see, I'm not able to get that the accommodation part of it. No, there's a particular word that you reasonable accommodation. Okay, see, there are certain things that MS people need help with. It's like, for example, uh, they might get continuously, if you're bombarded with numbers, you get confused. Okay, or you told too many things at the same time. You don't know where your focus should be on. So these are things, small things which make a difference. But if you were to tell this person slowly, he will understand this. But that kind of accommodation is required. And today, like what you rightly said, if we can create an awareness and maybe make a video and share this across to corporate, he'll give a you will not believe, Karthik, half the people who are working right now are scared to tell their employers that they have multiple sclerosis, because if they tell them, they might get thrown out.
Yeah, true. I think this is to do with many people. I think the fear of losing or the shame is one of the thing which is completely stopping them as well.
Fair enough. It was awesome talking to you, Karthik. I will get in touch with you personally, maybe in a week or so, and then maybe we can plan out something, where whole wide world, whole this thing, holistic way, where we talk about Rotary abilities along with Multiple Sclerosis Society of India. We can work out something and say, here we are there to present one of the disabilities which is lesser known.
Sure, absolutely. I look forward. Let me know anytime.
Sure. I will do that.
Hi Karthik sir, Chandana here.
Hi, Chandra.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Long time. Certainly, I'll call you and talk to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, last time when you invited, we were in the Hirera Hubba where via because we have been there.
Right.
There was a job fair, a couple of senior citizen job fairs. We were busy and I couldn't last time.
No worries.
How's things otherwise?